Good morning, America, or good afternoon, depends where you are. We're out here in Haddonfield, New Jersey, right outside of Philadelphia. And welcome to the first edition of UFOs. Who knows? I'm Bob Phillips, and I want to introduce you to my partner, Scotty O.
How's everybody doing out there in the UFO land world?
You know, Scotty, I tend to believe that even though we're sitting here willing to talk about UFOs, we're not the only people out here who believe. What do you think?
I don't think we are. I think we're...
I would bet you there's over 50% of the United States right now.
I would say more than that.
So
75-80%.
Why is the government, like they squelch everything else, whether it was John F. Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald, whether it was the need for the Vietnam War, whether it was the weapons of mass destruction.
Correct.
What's going on?
What's going on
Is this another conspiracy?
There's conspiracies every day with all those things. Plus, like I said, I was just talking to you today about Netflix and about the Bob Lazar, documentary. How I was commenting why the government is going after him, even though it's a small percentage of what he knows, but big.
You might want to update the audience on who Bob Lazar
Bob
really is.
Lazar was an engineer who eventually had to get a job. Sent out resumes.
Okay. Kind of like us.
Wasn't kind of like us. In fact, if anybody wants to hire us,
we're available.
Much like us.
Two for the price of
probably
one.
Not the government's gonna hire us.
Probably at least not our government.
But just wasn't even seeking out government jobs, and they came to him. And
pretty brilliant guy.
Brilliant guy. Very, very brilliant. I mean, used to make jet engine cars in his driveway.
Real academic.
I mean, very academic. And he just took a chance. They hired him, which that's a lot of candidates to go through to get hired like that. I guess they thought that...
What were they going to do with him?
They wanted to put him on a special project.
What kind of project?
Well, apparently...
You're hearing this first, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not hearing it first, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you might be hearing it 127.
You probably.
We want to let you keep your press.
Not weapons, but back engineering alien technology.
Alien technology?
Yes, in a bunker / office / whatever.
Is there such a thing as alien technology?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Because I don't think... I'll give you a practical example. Cell phones.
Please do.
Every such and such years, cell phones come out just like that, equipped with so many different things. I mean, that's the practical modern day example, but...
So wait a minute. You're trying to tell me aliens use cell phones?
No, they don't use cell phones.
Why would you bring that up as an example then?
I mean, maybe they do. We don't know.
I was all excited.
Yes, I know you were all excited.
Now you're telling me they don't use phones.
Yes, and this is, by the way, this is probably the banter you in America are going to get on this show.
They love it. I can tell they love us already.
They probably do.
In fact, my middle name is Banter.
I mean...
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
Actually,
I mean, I was absolutely surprised. So we got Bob Lazar, and he's out there in
that's just
Area 51.
One guy. Yes, you're right.
One guy. Like we're only two guys.
Right. So that's three.
That's 2 times more than the other guy.
Right.
So they're out there he's out there in that Area 51 where they all
for a long period of time.
All are America.
Yes.
Go ahead.
For a long period of time.
What do you think about that underground place purported to be in New Mexico? Dulce or wherever it is?
I think it's probably there too. I think it's probably right, like you say, in the ocean.
Right. Did you say right as in Wright-Patterson?
Could be at Wright-Patterson.
Oh, in Dayton, Ohio?
Dayton, Ohio.
Better known between us folks as Wright-Pat.
Right.
In case you're in it. Wright-Pat.
If you're in it.
Yeah,
I'm not in it as much as you are.
So now we've established that this UFO secrecy is all, it's Wright-Pat. Mm-hmm. It's that Dulce, New Mexico.
Area 51.
And the ever popular Area 51.
And like you tell me all the time, possibly the ocean.
Well, I tell you that because I'm a well-known, really well-known, probably esteemed deep sea diver. No. Is my bathtub considered deep sea? Because I've been underwater in my bathtub.
Your bathtub is considered whatever.
Apparently, then it makes me an expert. That makes me an expert. So, Bob Lazar, is he underwater?
No, he was above ground on his entire...
above ground. And he's saying that, if I remember correctly, and I'm not sure I do, Bob Lazar saw spaceships, i.e. UFOs, i.e. flying saucers that we recovered that have crashed in various and sundry locations, such as the ever popular...
Well, Area 51, but what's the other popular one?
Where a spaceship crashed?
Yeah. You tell
Hello,
me.
folks. Like I got to tell him Roswell.
Yeah.
Like I
Area
got to
51.
bring up Roswell.
You do have to bring
or
up Roswell.
Kecksburg, Pennsylvania.
You do.
Kecksburg.
You do.
Remember Kecksburg?
Unfortunately,
Out there in the woods.
America's gonna think you're the smarter one of us too, but that's okay.
Many people have said that. So anyway,
Well, one person.
we recovered UFO one in Mexico. There's
Yes.
that famous one in Mexico.
That's the famous one in Mexico.
And so we recovered these ships and we bring them
Yes.
back undercover, of course.
Undercover, yes.
And they take them to the nearest whatever,
Yeah.
and then eventually they ship them off to Pat.
Right.
Hello, Area 51.
But if I can interrupt you for a second.
Please do.
Now, you bring up Area 51.
Yes, I
Or
did.
the crash in
Yeah,
Roswell.
I mean,
You didn't bring up Area 51, I guess I did. So my point is...
Area
there it
51,
is.
ladies
Okay,
and gentlemen.
okay. My point is, too, why then doesn't the media at that time go after something like that? You know, you get the balloon stories, you get the very rare stories. Is it because they were...
More today's media you're questioning.
No, I'm questioning back then and maybe into today, but
Well, back then there was nobody believed it. Everybody said, and I remember Life magazine covering, oh gosh, I don't know when it was, let's say in the 60s, possibly early 70s, where this big flap, UFO flap. Can you
Right.
explain to the audience what a UFO flap is?
I cannot, but it's...
A UFO flap, thank you for asking
You're
me,
welcome.
is when you're in a certain
I never
area,
asked. I was
let's
gonna-
say the Hudson Valley of
was
New York,
gonna explain
and
it.
over a 6-month period,
Right.
people are seeing UFOs right and left,
Yes.
usually in the
Phoenix Lights?
Phoenix Life was a flap,
Got
meaning where you see a lot of UFOs in a
Okay.
prescribed period of time.
Okay.
Okay, so we were talking about the UFO
We
flap.
were, yes.
As these UFO flaps happen across the country, there was a big one in Michigan, the whole state of Michigan. But at that time, Life magazine just talked about one particular incident, and they were
Again.
talking about it being swamp gas. Swamp gas.
Right, but again, nobody...
I'm stuck. Go ahead.
Nobody is questioning that. I mean,
They were back in the old days. Oh, back in the old days, they said,
who? What? I mean,
I don't know who, but here's my point. That
I mean,
Jerry Ford, when he became president
okay,
from the state of Michigan,
Michigan.
right? Well, he talked about UFOs. He said, when that UFO was seen in this little marsh area, they're always seen in a marsh area. Have you ever noticed that?
I have noticed that.
Anyway,
That's a...
Anyway, so the government came out and said, oh no, it was J. Allen Hynek of good old Blue Book,
yes, in
who
Ohio
became
State.
who became a devotee of UFOs.
Yes.
But in those days, he was with Project Blue Book,
But he did question it. Well, we
Yes,
found out
he
later
questioned
on
it
like
later.
that he did.
and they found out that UFO that was supposed to be swamp gas
Yes.
was seen all over the state of Michigan that night. They had like 48
Correct.
different areas
Yes.
that called in saying, we're seeing this. But Life magazine, front cover, and then the story about it was,
That's one magazine.
yeah, but back then Life magazine was big time. I mean, big time. Magazine was big. But the point is, they said, oh no, they showed us another book that it was nothing but a isolated incident in this one little area where it was swamp gas coming out of the lake. But guess what? It was seen all over the state of Michigan. So that's a small example
Right.
of what's transpired from 1970, 1980, 2010.
Correct. And I guess you have...
We're flummoxed.
we are flummoxed.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but
we are flummoxed.
We're not flummoxed.
Well, we're sort of flummoxed.
He might be flummoxed.
I've been known as being flummoxed.
Yes,
In fact,
I
I'm quite
can,
proud of
I
it.
can attest to that.
My middle name should be flummoxed. Flummoxed.
All right, so moving on.
Yes,
So let's say they're out there, which we believe that they are.
absolutely.
The next question
Would be, are
comes
we
up
the
would be-
most intelligent beings ever created?
we are not.
Chuckle,
And
chuckle.
We are not.
Hold on.
I
hold
mean,
on.
just by this
Wait a
show
minute.
tells
Hello?
us we are not.
Hello. We might be,
We
but
are not.
the rest
We
of
are
you
not.
out there,
Again, you're
doubt
gonna be
it. Doubt it. Go ahead.
No, just to
Yeah.
come back for a second.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the UFOs. Ladies and gentlemen, if the show, which we would love to go out to the viewers many days a week, or
Yeah.
once a week,
Well, how many days a week are there?
once a week,
I think
which
there's
is many.
7 days.
There are 7 days. And like I said, this
Apparently, I'm
is
a
probably
smart one.
you're gonna see a lot from me because of that.
There you go.
Anyway, back, okay,
Proud of
so
that.
now we have,
Yes.
where are these aliens going? Some
Right.
say,
Why are they here?
why are they here?
That's
Some
what I just
say
asked.
that it's not a civil war, but one is working for us, one is working for Russians. One is working for Germany. One
Those
is
sluts.
working for themselves.
They're sluts.
Right. I don't think you could say that.
Well, I just did.
Right.
I said it twice.
Yeah. But I don't think you can say that.
I just said that.
I know you did.
What's wrong with that word?
Nothing.
Okay.
So, but I just don't know where
Where what?
they're being hidden.
Hidden. In plain sight.
Probably
Hidden in plain sight. As we know, there are various stories about
Right.
UFOs. You're looking at it, next thing it's gone. It's gone.
Right.
Could it be the shape of a cloud? Could it be in a cloud?
Right.
Could it be the ability to just disappear right in front of us? We don't know. But
No, we don't know.
But what we do know is over 54%, according to the latest Gallup poll, believe in UFOs.
Correct.
54%. In 1957, when I was watching a TV show called You Asked For It, and they were talking about a thing called flying saucers on television, I was mesmerized. Approximately 9% of the population in 1957, according to the Gallup poll, believed in flying saucers. Today, over 50+%. So, we're not the only people who believe in them.
We are not.
Now, if we're not the only two who believe, but you know what? In this little studio we have here, we are in the majority, the vast majority.
In the studio,
There-
yes.
absolutely. There
In
are
fact,
two.
if we probably walk out the studio.
Well, we're not walking out. We're sitting here.
I know, but if we do, there's probably one or two other people that we talk to.
But do you know, right now, we're 2 for 2. That means we're 100%
We are 100%.
believe in UFOs. So, my question to you is, if more than 50%, hello, believe in it, what do we do to get the government to react honestly to the people, for the people, and by the people? Your thoughts?
My thoughts?
That's what I just said.
Peer pressure, grassroots.
Well, you're a man of the people.
Hey,
You've been stomping
I have
grassroots.
said I've been the man of the people for a good, 20 years?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
probably longer than that. but
Solid.
Probably
Solid.
since I've been a kid, but nobody was listening to me as a kid.
I have to
No,
make a statement. I'm down with it.
Right, thank you.
Sorry for being so
But it
contemporary.
just does. For me, it starts at the grassroots.
Absolutely.
Pounding the pavement.
Grassroots.
Getting the word out. Like this.
Grassroots.
Like talking.
Like
writing things down.
Writing things
like
down.
mailing your congressmen what people don't do
Like
anymore.
shooting a video of a UFO that I shot.
Correct.
How about that? On
Which
my
we will
front,
get to probably in our
on my
second,
front
third show.
porch, ladies and germs.
Which we will get to in the second, third show. We will
Absolutely.
get that. And we
Volume 2.
I promise. that
Volume
was
2 or volume 3.
2. But
Yes.
it's
And
look,
I am.
one thing we didn't have in the early 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever you want to say, social media.
Yeah.
That's another
Oh,
way
absolutely.
to get it out.
These
Get it out
little
like
cameras.
we're doing right now. Like
These-
we're doing right now.
These little cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be walking down the street, you see a UFO and you have your cell phone. What would you do?
You
would
click
you
right on it.
Would you run into your house?
You click right on it.
Would you try to find an
Nope,
8
you
millimeter
click right on it.
or a 47 millimeter?
I don't think you have to. You got it
Absolutely
right in your pocket.
Absolutely right.
And that's the way to do it.
And because of these, more and more videos
Yeah.
have appeared.
And one other thing that is in our favor, I think, now, as opposed to earlier on in life,
Yes.
is a lot of people, a lot of different types of people from cultures, from their jobs, believe it. And it makes for better use of, being listened to.
You know, when I was a kid, see these? These are called 45s. This one happens to be Houston Oilers. No, Houston Oilers. Houston Oilers. And this is Walk Like a Tarkanian. You'll remember that from the 80s, Tark the Shark. My point is, when I was a kid, you had 45 recordings like this one. And you put the record on the thing, and it would play and it drop down. And then you had another record on the spindle behind it, and they just keep dropping down till they're all done. Poof. Then you don't hear them anymore. They're all done. You don't see them anymore because they're no longer on the spindle. They're down here. It's like UFOs.
It is. But I would say that those types of 45s and the long players,
LPs.
the LPs,
The old LPs.
are coming back.
Where are they coming to?
Well, I've seen a
Store
few
in your neighborhood?
Yeah, I've seen people or stores springing up.
The
with
point of
people.
this conversation, ladies and germs, and this is the most important thing you got to remember, we can discuss UFOs until the cows come home.
We can,
Some of
and
them-
we will.
Some of them, of course, are mutilated. Some of them, of course, are mutilated.
Some cows, yes.
Yes, they are. Or we can let you know that if you want to talk rock and roll music, you have hit the mother lode.
Or sports.
You have hit the mother lode.
Or news.
You have hit the mother lode. Have I said that before?
3 or 4 times.
There you go.
Probably more.
There
I
you
wasn't
go.
necessarily paying attention.
That's showing you how consistent we
Right.
are.
It's very
So,
consistent.
We're trying to tell
But,
you.
again, here's the shake.
Yeah. What am I doing? You want me to stop
I
shaking?
don't know.
Let's see my muscles? Look at that. How about those?
No, what
Like
my
that.
colleague here is trying to say, and I
That's
say
me.
colleague, not friend,
That's exactly right. Never forget that.
is more and more of these shows, it's not just going to be about UFOs, although we do like them.
No.
It's going to be about a lot of things.
But no.
As he just said, music, sports, entertainment, news, whatever we want to talk about today. Current events, as they said.
I couldn't be
Reading
more
them in front of class when you were
Absolutely.
this high.
Absolutely.
Or I'm still that high. But,
And I still have
but
pythons. Say hi to that python.
So to you, America, the
Yes,
YouTube
America.
world, the social media world, we
Hello.
thank you for listening and watching. And hopefully you can find something out there and communicate it back to us, back to anybody that you want. So until our next show, I'm Scott.
And I will close with this little
That is Bob.
statement. To be a big leaguer, think big league. Good night, America.
Good night, America.
All right.